Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Chelsea FC 2, AFC Bournemouth 2, Premier League 2024-25, match 21. Chelsea draw when they really should have won. I say there's three reasons why. A ref show. The ref was absolutely horrible, made some calls that he was definitely wrong on. Chelsea should have finished more. They had a lot of chances they should have finished, especially Jackson. He doesn't. They draw because of it. And the Bournemouth goalkeeper was amazing. Amazing. I gotta say, what a performance. Made a lot of saves that he needed to make. Partially also, that's why Jackson didn't finish. But partially he also didn't finish just because he didn't finish. Goals were scored as follows. Cole Palmer in the 13th minute. Jackson got an assist, though. Slips the ball forward to Cole Palmer. Beautiful through ball. Cole Palmer's onside. He runs through, takes a shot, pops it home. 1-0. Beautiful goal by Cole Palmer. Who else but Cole Palmer? There you go. Chelsea dominate the shot count for the first half. Again, Jackson has a good amount of chances. Some really good saves. Some just bad shots. And halftime it ends up 1-0. Second half, Justin Kluivert gets a penalty. Bournemouth gets a penalty. Justin Kluivert takes it, slots it, bangs it home, 1-1. I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? Chelsea's defense, horrible tackling. Leads to a penalty, 1-1. 68th minute, Antoine Semenyo makes a beautiful run, slots it home. All you can really do on that one's tip your hat, because it was near post, near side. Sanchez couldn't get to it. He just put out a hope and prayer and popped it in. Beautiful goal. All you could really do is tip your hat on that one. But Chelsea are down 1-2. 90+5, Chelsea has a free kick. Reece James shoots it past the wall, curls it in for a golazo. 2-2, saves a point. Full time, it is 2-2. Chelsea has a point saved. They deserve 3. They should have gotten 3. They didn't because of their own failings and ref ball. Both at the same time. Full-time stats are as follows. 26 shots to 7, 10 shots on goal to 3, 57% possession to 43% possession, 420 passes to 316, 83% pass accuracy to 79% pass accuracy, 15 fouls to 16, 2 offside to 1, 2 yellow cards to 3, 0 red cards to 0, 4 corners to 3. No, I think that's a 9. 9 corners to 3. Either way, it's either 4 or 9. With that being said, feels like it was 9, though. Yeah, I think it is a 9. With that being said, though, referee, trash. Now, the penalty was the right call. I'm not saying it wasn't. That was a clear penalty for Bournemouth. So, no complaints there. But when Marc Cucurella, a couple of minutes later, got clotheslined by a Bournemouth player, obviously clothesline from hell. They go to VAR to check it. They give only a yellow card. What? Chelsea should have been up a man after that penalty. Simple. Which I don't think they would have drew this game if that was the case. Cucurella got clothesline from hell. I know some people want to see it because of his chant and all that, and people don't really like him. But that was a red card, and it wasn't called. This referee was very lenient, I would say. Especially to Bournemouth. Again, the penalty is a stonewall penalty, but Bournemouth makes that tackle? Who says that's a penalty? I don't know if this referee was partisan or lenient. I'm not too damn sure. But there were things he could have called, especially on Bournemouth, that should have helped Chelsea. This referee lost his damn mind. He either didn't want to do his job or he was partial. I'm not too sure which. But Bournemouth had their moments, and that's what mattered. Chelsea couldn't finish. Even if the ref was trash, Chelsea couldn't finish more than 2 goals. Cole Palmer scores his. Reece James a beautiful free kick, which he pulled out of his bag. He's alive. I know people were worried. He's been injured a lot. He barely plays, but he's alive. But when he plays, he's quality. And I'm going to give Reece James man of the match for saving a point. Beautiful free kick. I'm glad. I'm happy to see Reece succeed because God knows he deserves it. With that being said, man of the match for me, Reece James, because he saved the game, even though that should have never been the case in the first place. Chelsea, the thing that pisses me off the most is that Jackson didn't finish. He had so many good chances. Whether they were great saves by Bournemouth's goalkeeper or they were horrible misses. He had like 6, 7 really great chances that he really should have scored at least one. He does that. We don't talk about a point. We talk about 3 points. Chelsea should have been winning this game 4-0 at the half. Simple. If they were doing that, they win the game. Who's to say Bournemouth gets those 2 goals if they were? But they win the game no matter what. They drew because they couldn't finish. Overall, that's the case. Yes, there are aggravating circumstances like the goalkeeping being very good for Bournemouth and the referee being either delusional, did not do any work, I should say, or partisan. But Chelsea couldn't finish. It's on them more than anything else. I'm not saying the referee totally changed this game. He just didn't do his job at the most wholesome situation, the most dirty. He was partisan. That doesn't matter. And the penalty was a correct call. I'm not saying it wasn't. That was a correct call. But one correct call that was obvious, doesn't change the fact that he either was malpractice or partisan, right? But Chelsea should have finished. And that's the big thing, is they should have finished. They should have been leading 4-0 at the half. This game should have been over at 45 minutes. The fact that it wasn't, that's on them. That's on them for some bad shots, some really good saves that honestly you got to tip your cap on. Fair. But even without those saves, they still should have won this game 4-0, been winning at the half 4-0. It's a disgrace that they are drawing 2-2 to Bournemouth with the game state. Looking at it, it's not, if you look at it out of context. I mean, Bournemouth had a really good season. Andoni Iraola, I have to agree, is a world-class manager, and he will be looked at as such sooner rather than later. I have to agree on that front. But I will say one thing. In context, this game's a disgrace. Out of context, it isn't. But the context matters of how the game was played, how it went down. Should have been 4-0 at the half. It ends up being 2-2 because you can't finish, and really good goalkeeping and horrible refereeing. Most of it's your fault. Some of it isn't, but most of it's your fault, Chelsea. And another thing, whenever they make a mistake, like this year, when they're hot, they're hot. When they make a mistake, they fall apart like a cheap suit. They've been on a rut the past couple of weeks. The Morecambe game, the reason why they started so hot in this game was the Crystal Palace draw and the Morecambe walloping. They thought, okay, we're hot again. And then they start hot. And then they screw up, and then they just fall apart. Because Chelsea is very moody this year. They're not completely shit, which is great. They're a top 4 team. They're young, but they're very moody. They flip with the wind. If the wind's going against them, they're going to just absolutely pack it in. If the wind's going for them, they'll be pushed way farther than you would expect. When they were second place, the wind was going at their back, pushing them higher than we expected. Plus the Conference League wins. The way those were going, you know what I believe? Those Conference League domination wins, even though it was a rotation, made the team believe they were better than they were. The way those games came and the way the schedule was set up, it's a wonder that as soon as the Conference League started, that was when their title challenge had started. Now the Conference League is over and you're starting to get softballs. Your softballs aren't there for like 2 months. It's not really crazy that once they fell on form, and they did get a softball in Morecambe, but whatever, their form sort of dipped. and they're shooting themselves in the foot. And then they're packing it in because of that. I think that's something to think about, that they're honestly it just isn't going their way because they don't have the softballs. Now, once the Conference League comes back and they're getting their softballs back, we might see them bounce back up. And I won't say second place, but it is tied at the top of the table. Who's to say? But title challenge, probably not. But I guess Enzo Maresca saw it for what it was. And we just didn't. But now we do. With that being said, that's what I'm going to say. Chelsea should have won. They drew, which feels kind of like a loss, I got to say. They did it to themselves, even if there were extenuating circumstances. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlists. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for my reaction video. I will tell you what I think about Robin Fraser being hired by Toronto FC as their new head coach the same day as his press conference is. So it works out. But that'll be tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Just a video. I'm running. I'm out. Peace. See ya.